Texas. However, I do have people who I think I got a brother who lives in, I think, Houston, and my other brother lives in La Pryor, some little hick town uh, in Texas somewhere. But I wanted to say this. Some of this. Okay, so I heard on the video that they actually they actually made the power, they turned the power off on purpose. It's a dead of winter down there, I mean. And they said they did it so they wouldn't have a larger power outage. However, the power is still on in the rich areas. See, this is the stuff I'm talking about. This is the agents of chaos stuff I'm talking about. This is when I was telling you guys when the pandemic first hit and what you should do to protect yourself, and just simple things you should do. One, exercise. Two, keep your vehicle up to date, rocking and rolling, ready to go. Three, get a generator. I told you guys this half a year ago when the pandemic started. I said, if you can afford, get yourself a generator. I went out and got mine. I hustled up some money. I went and got a Nairobi. And when I go down to where my storage unit is, I crank that, Ryobi is what it's called. I crank up my Ryobi. It's how much? How much was my Ryobi? My Ryobi was $460. And I didn't get the one that I really wanted. I wanted the one that had the you can plug a stove into. But nonetheless, it gives. No, wasn't a bad price at all. That's why I bought it. The next one up from that was it was either a Honda or it was I forgot what else. I got it from Home Depot. They had another one in there, and the next price up from there was almost $600, and then for the premium was like $640. But those were giving out 5,000 watts and yada yada yada, and also the hour, how long it lasts is one thing that you're paying for. So you can get one that lasts for 8 hours or one that lasts for 15 hours. You know what I mean? And then, of course, you got, how many things you can plug into it and what you can plug into it. See, mine is actually made to plug into a camper. So it gives off 4,000 watts, and you can power pretty much everything with what I have. So it's worth its weight in gold. I mean, it's just worth it. And but I talked about this months ago, and I said, guys, guys and girls, get yourself. Hey, what's going on? I said, get yourself, if you can afford it, get yourself a generator. Now, I talked about different generators, so you don't have to spend $460 on a generator. They got generators. They got the little small ones that can power a lamp and probably power a space heater. So just drink that in, and you could probably still get them. I mean, I'm sure they're buying them all up right now like crazy. But if I was any of you guys, I would get one of those. Now the thing about now, I also talked about one of the generators. Some of them are. You have a small place, so I think about. Yeah, so I think about what's best for that. Okay, so let me give you your options. I'm gonna read your comment in a minute. Let me give you your options from what I found, because when I started researching them, I didn't know anything about generators other than what I saw, and I said, okay, what do I want? When it comes to pricing, like I said, premium, six something, not unless you want to get the big dogs. I'm talking about the ones that you can just fit in your house. But they also have ones, if you have a house and you got the cash for a couple $1,000s, they're backup generators. I mean, they're huge. They're about as big as a table, a dinner table, but nonetheless, you wouldn't have to worry about nothing because it's a backup generator. So you do have that choice. But for the people who don't have all that money and you have a smaller crib, there are ones that are just like these little rinky dinks. They'll power a space heater in a minute. Microwave so you can at least cook and still get to eat on a little dinner plate, a hot plate. 'Cause I got that too. So they'll rock a hot plate in a minute. Now they don't last that long, but the thing about some of them are you have to plug them in to charge. Most of those ones you have to plug them in to charge. They're not gas powered. Mine is gas powered. And some of them are plug-in and they're gas powered. So you have that option. And then you have the ones that are in a couple grand area. Those ones are powered by solar. So I mean they're beautiful too. Now those ones that are powered by solar, I think some of the small ones are too. But those ones that are powered by solar, like big ones, I mean you can get 5,000 watts out of the ones that are solar powered. Now it takes a while, but the sun ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? So if you have the cash and you want to invest, like that is an investment at this point. And I don't care what time of the year it is. The power can go off at any time. But that is a serious investment. A couple $1,000s for something that's solar powered. You just lay your solar panels out and then you plug it in and the panels the energy goes right into it. It takes it a couple hours to charge up. But hey, if you don't want to deal, and I think it's converted to gas as well. So, or it's either gas or electricity. So you can plug it into your wall at the crib when the power's on, or if the power's out, you can just sit your panels outside, in the backyard or what have you, and plug the joint in and wait a couple hours. Boom, you're gonna have continuous energy. So I chose to go the gas route because the panels are pretty sizable, but I don't have time to be laying out panels when a customer wants to look at a refrigerator and wants me to turn it on, or when I'm working at the storage unit because it's freaking freezing and I want some heat. I will turn on the generator to actually get heat because the exhaust that it's kicking out. I mean, it can melt. I mean, it'll burn you if your hand is close enough. I mean, that's how hot it gets. And that storage unit is a 20 by 30, I think it is, or 20 by 20 is what it is. So it'll heat that storage unit up, pretty decent. Um, Now, I also have the option of getting a heater and just, plugging a heater in. I don't have a lot of room though. So I would have to have my generator sitting outside, have the heater sitting outside, and have the heater pointing in. But that's always an option too. So I'm saying some of you who have the money, if you have the money, and I don't care what part of the world that you're in right now, listen, they turned the power off in Texas on purpose because they wanted to stop it from being a longer power outage. But the rich people still have power. They are playing with us. You're going to have to protect yourself. I'm just trying to tell you, people, they're playing with our money. And now they're playing with people's lives. Listen, every year somebody freezes here in Ohio, and it's right down the street. What they do is the people who are homeless, and I don't know if they still do this because I don't go down and check up on them anymore. It's just gotten too dangerous. But where the Third Street Bridge is downtown here, the homeless would congregate there all year, and they would sleep right up under the bridge. Well, during the winter, you will always find one or two of them that are dead right there. They would go and sleep and just freeze to death. They'd have nowhere to go. What they started doing here is they knew about the people dying there, so I think they stopped them from going down there. But when the temperature drops, like this bad, what they do is they line all the buses up down on High Street, Broad and High, and they make an announcement to for the homeless people or just anybody who's down there at that time. And they keep those buses running all the way into the morning till the buses have to go in regular rotation. Because here the buses stop somewhere around 11 o'clock. So from like 11:30 all the way up to like 5 in the morning, the bus you'll just have a whole line of buses sitting down there, and you're welcome to walk on the bus. They don't charge you, and they'll close the door just so you can get warm. So they do that when there's a weather advisory like we just had. We just had a weather advisory, so I think they probably did it last night, and it saves lives. Trust me. Because, when it gets so cold that if you spit in it, it freezes before you hit the ground, somebody's getting ready to die. It happens every year here. And, people get trapped in the snow. I'll read some of your comments now. People get trapped in the snow, so on and so forth. But I wanted to get that out because I especially you who has a small place, go ahead and get yourself one, man. Go ahead and make that investment, you guys. Polo, what's happening? Uh, yeah, give me the truth. Go get yourself one, brother. Now, I want to say this also. Give me the truth. If I have to, because mine is in the storage unit, if I have to, if the power goes out here and power goes out here, we've had a power outage. We wait a couple days till it comes on. But if it got anywhere near Texas, what I would do is go get my generator, bring it in the house, run the extension cord from the basement, and run whatever heating. Or, I would have one refrigerator going because I have three of them at my house. But I would have one refrigerator going. But I would run it from the basement, and I wouldn't sit it outside because somebody would steal it, even if it's chained up. And as far as the exhaust, I would take the dryer, where the dryer exhaust goes. I would take that thing, that the dryer there, that metal thing, and I would just use that and strap that to the back of it so the exhaust goes right out the dryer vent, and that's just how I would do it. Um, I would probably have to sleep in the living room because there's three floors here, so I'd probably have to go downstairs and sleep in the living room on the couch, but that's fine with me. And I have space heaters too, so I would just be, running my space heaters, and they work pretty good. So that's how I would do it. You've been putting people on game about getting a generator. I've been telling you guys this for 6 months. Get a generator. Here in Dallas, Brody, don't know if you remember. Oh, okay, yeah, man. Be easy down there, man. Get yourself a small generator if you can. Just do it, man. Just order one because they might be hard to find, but just get one because don't trust the system. If you can, don't trust the system. Another theory, someone said that the reason that they turned the power off in Texas is because Texas had the highest of legal gun carriers in the U.S. Well, well, yeah, things are different in Texas. Uh, I don't know. Well, in that case, I expect the same thing to happen in Michigan. It just wouldn't surprise me if something went down in Michigan like that. But I mean, what does guns have to do with the power going out? I mean, if they want to cause chaos and get people out in the street and start killing each other, that's one way of doing it. Now, what they also did was the power grids have gone out, so there's no lights. So now, I mean, the streets aren't lit up. There's just no nothing. So they're telling people don't go anywhere. Well, eventually people are going to get hungry. The necessities is going to bring people out. And, I mean, if they really start messing with people, then the grocery stores, they'll start shutting those down. And of course, people will just knock them over. So, I mean, it can snowball, but I'm hoping that's not what happens. I mean, if they want to see some chaos, Keep going in that direction, and you're gonna get some real chaos. But I'm hoping that's not what they're doing. But just for the simple fact that they can turn your lights out and you're fully paid up, that alone causes me to be on edge. Like we can turn your lights off. Okay, I have to find another way of getting lights. Look, down on Figueroa in Cali, where there's a bunch of homeless and pimps and hookers and all that other kind of stuff. There's a guy down there, black guy. This guy has a whole tent. His tent's laid out. There's a couple of people who got really nice tents down there. And he also made a generator. And it just this random black guy. He made a generator, and he was using not the regular electricity. What's the other electricity? There's two type of voltage. Anyways, he was using another type of electrical system, and he said electricity's free. And when the police saw this, well, not the police, the powers that be, they saw that he created electricity where there shouldn't be none. They came and took it away from him. They took his generator. It's like, wait, what? It was like, yeah, no, we're not gonna have you out here creating your own electricity for the homeless. And he was like, yeah, they came and took everything that I had, all my stuff. He created electricity. He was like that one dude, I forgot his name, when back in Edison's day, and he proved to people, he was like, listen, we don't have to charge people for electricity. The world is full of electricity. You can create it. Well, that's what this guy did. There are also different weird ways of charging your phone and stuff like that. Like you can use a watermelon or a cantaloupe to charge your phone. If you have a bowl of water, put ice in it, put salt in it, and like put the melon in the salt or some kind of weird way, and then plug your phone right into like a watermelon, it'll charge your phone. I don't know why it does because I'm not a scientist. Even though my hair looks like I'm a scientist, I'm not. So I don't know why you get voltage, but you can actually charge your phone with a damn watermelon, ice water, and salt. Okay, I mean, there are just some weird things that people are finding out. But yeah, I've been telling you guys for the longest time, get a generator. And I made videos about it. And I told you guys where to go and get yourself a generator. I think the majority of people who are listening to me have a job. You have some sort of income. I mean, the way you guys talk is like you're getting money. I'm like, guys, stop being a. Don't ask me questions on the gloom and doom, and then when I tell you to go and do something, because this is what I think is going to happen, you guys and you guys don't do it. Don't do that. Like, if I'm telling you I think something's going to happen and I'm giving you a pattern of time and showing you what has been happening, and then using my degree for one, my age for another, my army experience for another, like, and I'm putting all these three together and going, listen, this is what I think is going to happen. And this is how I would protect myself. Take heed to what I'm saying. At least look into it. If you don't have the money, I understand, because a generator, the one I got is almost $500. Nonetheless, there are generators that cost a lot less than that, and they can at least give you some power, some sort of heat, some way to cook your food, and that's what's important because a lot of you have families. And I mean, when I looked on these videos of people who they have water coming through their living room and through their bedroom, I mean, it's all bad, and the water is freezing. I mean, they have water in their living room that is freezing. I mean, come on, people. If you had a source of power, you can combat some of that stuff. Some of it, not all of it. But you can combat some of it. You can combat at least the cold part. One guy showed how cold it was in this house. It was 1 degrees in this house. You don't want to do, and he's got children. Do not depend on the system. If you can get off a dependence on the system in some type of way, then do it. Listen, I'm on disability. I'm on disability, but I can't sit up here and just collect a disability check and be okay. I was like, no, I'd go hungry if I did that. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what happened. Then I start selling things that I saw on the street. People leave a refrigerator out. I went and got the refrigerator and I sold it. Okay, I started selling just anything. I I go up and down the area where I live, an apartment complex where I live. I go up and down the area where I live, and on purpose, I take the long way around and drive just to see what people throw out. One day I sold this lady a dishwasher. She was like, yes, and I'm looking for, she was like, I'm looking for a desk, like a computer desk. I was like, okay, what size? Tell me. She was like, this size could be blah, blah, blah. Don't you know that I found a computer desk? I found a computer desk, took a picture of it, and was just like, you want this one? She was like, that'll work fine. I sold it to that lady for $50. And I just found another computer desk. I'm keeping that one, though. But I'm just saying, like, I can't 100% lean on the system. Anything can happen. I'm hoping it doesn't. But if they decide that they don't want to send my check, then what I'm going to do? You guys, don't depend on the system. Don't. If you can get off the system, get off the system. I told you guys, what to do. I was like, listen, how far is it from you and fresh water? How far? Where's the nearest freshwater river? Where's the nearest freshwater river to where you're at? Because if you're dependent on Kroger's and all them that, everything to stay sane when things start getting crazy, we've already seen an example of that. When Black Lives Matter and them start marching because all them police shootings, we've seen exactly how all of these stores were ransacked and they ran out of all kind of stuff real quick. We've seen that. Where is the nearest freshwater river, lake, spring? Where is it? Because it only takes... Listen, there's a guy that they put in jail for 7 days. He died because they didn't give him any water. So you got less than that. Where's the nearest... Where are you going to get your water from? I'm just saying, I started thinking about stuff like that. Like, where's the nearest... Because if things get crazy, I'm either going to have to get in my truck and go there. Do you guys have a bicycle? I'm not talking about a raggedy bicycle. I'm talking about a bike that you can get on right now and it's ready to go. You got one? Because if your car breaks down or you don't have no gas, you're not going to be calling the Uber. If they shut down the gas, then that's it. They just shut down the electricity in Texas. If they did the same thing with the gas and then stopped the food lines, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm not saying this stuff because you had a bike, but my homie broke it. Well, you should just get yourself one of them little cheapo bikes. Somebody's always selling a bike. Get a bike. Get a bike. An air pump. Cost you $50 at the most. But hot damn, it beats walking, don't it? I'm just saying, get it, put it in the garage, boom, it's right there. You can't drive your car. Listen, they're telling people not to go nowhere. You got yourself one of them dirt bikes with the knobby wheels, you can ride that in the snow. You can still, you bundle up nice. When I lived in Atlanta, I didn't drive. I rode a bike everywhere. And people laughed at me, and I didn't care. I was able to put it on the front of the bus and keep going. I was enjoying myself. I'm just saying it beats walking. If you're going to walk somewhere from where you are to the closest, let's say to the closest grocery store, how long do you think it's going to take you? See, I know where the closest grocery stores are to me, the closest major grocery stores. I know that there's a Kroger about 1.5 miles that way. As a matter of fact, it's not even 1.5 miles because I started measuring, because I started walking the route and I started measuring how far it is. It is a little over 0.5 mile from here to Kroger's down on Broad Street, and the same distance to the one down on Hamilton. The next one is about 2 miles up the street on Hamilton. I know all 3 Krogers are from here. But I'm saying, if I had to get there and my trucks wasn't working, or they told me don't drive, I can walk. That's not an issue. But if I had to go 4 or 5 miles and, I had to do it just to go get fresh water, would it be easier for me to, walk it or bike it? It'd be easy to bike it. Grab 2 empty gallons. Boom, bam. Dip in the water. Boom, bam. Roll back to the crib. Got 2 gallons of water. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Heat them up a little bit. Kill any microbes in it. Put a little strainer on, old boy. Boom, you got yourself fresh water. I'm just saying, people. I'm not saying this stuff just because I got nothing to do. I'm not some crazy old man sitting up in the house just, I know I look crazy, but I'm not crazy. Okay? My interest is in epidemiology. All the stuff that's happening is right up my lane. I'm not an epidemiologist, though. I'm just telling you, be practical. Yeah, but how do we clean the water? Water filters. Water filters. Yeah, there are water filters. Yep. And they're not expensive. Yeah, that's how you clean it. Or heat it up. Cook it a little bit. You're going to lose some of it, but whatever's in it, that could, any bacteria that can't, do 180, whatever the degrees is, 350 degrees or whatever, they'll be dead. Cool it down, pour it in a, and keep rocking, and then filter it. Yeah. Now, the nearest river from me is 5 miles away. It's downtown. But it is a muddy, dirty river. So I can't even think about using that river. So the closest fresh water from me, I'm not even sure of. But it has been on my mind ever since, stuff has been hitting the fan. I'm not even sure. The closest, I don't know where the closest fresh water is from me. And that's imperative. If I think closest fresh water, if I head downtown, it's downtown. That's 5 miles exactly from me. That's west. If I headed east, if I headed north, I know there's some rivers up north off of Sunbury. That's about 2 miles from me. Yeah, Sunbury is, let's see, Morris Road, and then so Sunbury is about 3 miles from me. 3 to 5 miles. So it looks like I would have to travel 5 miles just to get water. I got these knees, and they ain't trying to hear that. Plus my back. So having a bike, Yeah. I'm just saying, if that situation happens to come, I have to go and find it. But I know there's some fresh rivers that are up north from me. Uh, Pretty much, so that's where I would go. I would probably have to head way up past off of Hamilton, past Morse Road. Yep, and go up into the Sunbury area. I know there's some fresh streams and stuff up there. I'm not exactly sure where they're at, but they are a good 5 or so miles. So if there's no more gasoline and you can't rock in your car, you're gonna need yourself a bike. All the energy is on you. Plus, there's some nice woods up there. You know, you can go up there and see if you can shoot a rabbit or two if you're not on somebody's property. You know, and then you got to find a way to get that stuff back home. So get yourself a generator. Get yourself a, if you can, get yourself a generator with solar panels if you can afford it. If you can't afford it, get a gas generator. That's the least expensive out of all of them. But I'm talking about a generator that can put out 4,000 to 5,000 watts. Now, if you got a big old house, then that generator is not going to power everything, but it will power your main stuff. And if you get the right generator, you can even plug your stove up. But your stove takes 220. Your regular refrigerator takes 120. Well, 240. Your refrigerator takes 120, 123. It's, in between 120 and 123, but it'll say 120 on the side of, of whatever, which, your Honda or Ryobi or whichever ones you're gonna, DeWalt, whichever ones you're gonna get. I don't know if DeWalt makes. I don't think they make them, but does DeWalt make them? I don't know. They probably do. But and of course there are the bigger generators that cost $5,000. If you guys got that kind of money, and you have a standalone complex, you have a house, go ahead and get yourself one of those. But if you do that, you better make sure that it is hidden. Don't put it out there and let your neighbors know what you got. And try to be cute and fancy, because they will steal it. They will take it, and you don't want that type of noise. So hide it. Make sure you chain it down. Not chain it down. You have to bolt it down, actually. So wherever you're gonna put it, make sure there is a concrete slab there, and then bolt it down a concrete slab. That way nobody can get to it. And hide it. Put something over it. It's not anybody's business what's in there. Because when their power goes out, yours stays on. They're gonna want to know why. And you just say, "Hey, look, I went and bought a generator," and that's just that. They're gonna want to see it. I suggest you don't let them see it. Just say, "Look, I just went and got a generator. Can I see it?" No. No, I keep it on the hush because I think it's just safer that way. They may get upset, but who gives a damn? Because you don't want them taking your generator. So they do make ones that are backup for your house, and I'm not sure how long that they last, but I'm sure a lot of people wish that they had one right now. So they do make them, but go and get yourself a generator. Yeah, I hate to see what's going on down in Texas, but Texas wasn't ready for no snowstorm. When I lived in Alabama, it snowed for the first time down back in '98, and everybody was looking up. And I was like, "What are you guys looking at?" They're like, "It's snowing." I'm like, "Yeah." They said, "We've never seen snow before." And a winter storm had hit them. They were driving on the snow as if it was, there were people wrecking in snow, and the snow was just like a thin layer of snow, and there were people wrecking. And I saw my sister and them, they were caught in these huge accidents because people did not know how to drive on just a thin bit of snow. I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" I mean, I'm from Pittsburgh. We put chains on the back of our school buses just when it, snowed 2 feet just to get you to school. It was very rare that we had a snow day. I mean, it had to be 2.5, almost 3 feet of snow. Other than that, they put chains on the back of the school bus tires, and your ass was sitting up in class. This is why Pittsburgh has so many potholes, because those chains would beat the hell out of the concrete. But nonetheless, you got to school. Pittsburgh has a lot of hills too, so it's nowhere to play. I mean, you have houses that are on some hills like this. There's a house sticking out of it. And all the way down, this whole neighborhood sticking up. I lived in a neighborhood that it was on the hill. The whole neighborhood sat on the hill, and it was just a spiral going up. And all the apartment complexes were built around it. I kid you not. And the school that we went to was on top of another hill. Pittsburgh has a lot of hills. We had to run up the hill to get to school. I mean, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But you got your exercise when if you live in PA. It just it's ridiculous. So get yourself a generator. Get yourself a hey, get yourself a gas can. Get yourself a gas can. Like, I got my gas can sitting right beside my generator. Of course, that just makes sense. But even if you don't have a generator, get yourself a gas can. Get one of those. If you don't have a space heater, get one. Just get one of them little rinky-dink Walmart space heaters for, a little $30, $40. Get one of them little space heaters, because if it goes down, you at least can turn on your generator, go ahead and use your extension cords, plug into your space heater. You guys can all get in one room and, huddle up, and that space heater is going to work. So that'll keep you from, getting frostbitten or hypothermia or any of that, because water is all in these people's apartments. So it'll at least keep you or keep the kids warm. In my old apartment, I had lost I didn't have no heat, but I did have power. So what I did was I would have a decent space heater, and had my lady friend come over, and she was like, "It's cold in here." I was like, "Don't worry about it, it'll get warm." So she go and jump in the bed, and I jump in the bed with her, and I had these big old quilt blankets, and what I would do is put the blanket over the space heater, and then put it both over us, and we would sit there for a few minutes. She'd be like, "Okay, it's like warm in here." I was like, "I told you, it'll get warm in here." Those space heaters can kick out some heat. She was trying to get the blankets up off of her. She was like, "Okay, I see what you're doing," but I had to survive that way because I didn't have heat. So I know the space heater to get. That's gonna. And even at full tilt, it's not going to burn you if you touch the metal. Like, you want to get those ones. And don't go get the old-fashioned metal ones that if you touch it, it'll burn you. That's not what you want to do. What else? If you got get some canned goods. Get some canned goods like, some tuna. Y'all ain't got no tuna, do y'all? I bet none of y'all ain't got a can of tuna. Some y'all got some beans? Y'all got some pork and beans? Y'all got regular baked beans? Y'all ain't got no baked beans? I bet not one of y'all got a can of baked beans to be found in your house, do you? All right now. They turn that electricity off and tell you to go nowhere. What you gonna eat? Have I seen the sun? There are two suns out. I know there were two planets in the sky in not too long ago. There were two planets sitting right there like they were the sun. Yo, it's going down. People are saying that the snow is fake. In some people's area, they were taking the snow and they were burning it, and it wasn't melting. So yesterday I went out and tested my snow. My snow was acting normal. So there's something going on here. I keep telling you, it's not what we think it is. It is nowhere near what we think it is. All this 10 and 20 billion years ago, dinosaurs, no. No, I don't think it was 10 and 20 billion years ago. I think it was more like, I think it's maybe, as a matter of fact, I look at the Bible and go, well, according to the Bible, this happened about 4,000 years ago, actually. Go back to the time of the flood. That was about 4,000 years ago. The time of the flood. So just a little bit before that, and even in those days, Noah was running around with dinosaurs. So I don't know when y'all get y'all 10 billion years ago during the Jurassic Age and nah. Some see it and some can't. Is it out now? There are 2 suns out now. What? Oh, don't. Well, I can't see anything. I have a serious overcast. I have an overcast out now, but I mean, I can try to step outside and see if we see one. You want to do that? Hold on, let me put on some socks. I got some Timbs downstairs. Hold on a second. All right, let's see if we can see 2 suns. Yeah, let me get geared up first, guys. I got my gear on, some socks on. Get my socks on, guys. All right. I got socks on now. Yeah, I got socks on now. All right, let's go outside. Let me get my hold on a second. Got my Timbs down here, so I'll be tracking in the snow with them. My coat. My gear. Slip these bad boys on. Boom, bam, beans in hand. Gems. Freaking freezing outside. Alright. The Tim's on. Get the Tim hat. Boom. Boy. Throw an Eddie Bauer coat. You know what I'm saying? I need to actually go get some water. I might do that. I didn't want to go anywhere till tomorrow, but I might fire up the truck. Go get some water. Get my keys. My wallet. I ain't planning on going nowhere today. Low energy. But I'm gonna head on out to the store. Water, trash bags, simple things. Whew. All right, so you were saying there's 2 sons. Let me start out my baby first. See my baby cold? Look at her. Get to him. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I have an overcast. So I can't see anything with the overcast. Guys, that's my baby too, right there. I'm gonna start her up. Yeah, it's all the same out here. It's just all the same. Snowy overcast, there's nothing. Got my girl up here. I'm gonna just let her run. Big Blue. Big Blue right here. Big Blue. Give him the business. Damn. Huh. What you said Big Blue. Blue dog. I'm gonna let her run. She gonna run for about 15 minutes. I'm gonna let her thug that out. Big Blue thugging. This is my avalanche. Boom, bam. Yeah, 4-wheel drive. 4 low, 4 high. 2-wheel and auto. Yeah. Had to pull somebody out of a ditch the other day. Huh. Yeah. That Tahoe only got don't have 4 wheels. It only got 2-wheel tracking, and then that even went out. So I'm only got one wheel spinning. So I don't drive it during this kind of weather. But this joint here got heated seats. This joint is live here. Heated bottom, heated top. This joint right here is, you can do all kind of stuff with this joint right here. But yeah, so I can't see the 2 suns, but I believe it because we saw 2 planets the other day. You know what I'm saying? I need to clean that off. And I'm telling you, something's going down, man. Something's going down. Something's going down bad. I just got a bad feeling, you know what I mean? Hold on a second. I got a bad feeling. I think they trying to create chaos. That's why I call the people in the White House agents of chaos. I think they're trying to start. I don't think they're trying to start chaos. I think this whole thing is meant it's meant to be a continuous progression of chaos. From COVID to the White House being, people trying to break into it, or they did break into it, and now this stuff here, I just think it's all gonna snowball. That's just me, and I'm just telling you guys, man, get a generator, get something. This little white next to the sun. Yeah, but I can't even see the sun. I have no idea where the sun is right now, because it's all just a gray, like a whitish gray. You know how snow clouds do. So it's just everything looks like a snow cloud right now. So I couldn't peer through it, even if I wanted to. Yeah, some people, all right, seeing it, some don't. Yeah, I can't see it at all. But yeah, get yourself a generator, guys. Just start there. If you can afford it, start there. You know what I'm saying? At least go online, and I'll give you all the information I can. I mean, but you'll be able to see the same thing I have. They got the push button ones too. They got okay, so I might end up getting another one too. Okay, so the other generator that I saw, I was gonna get it off of Facebook, but I wanted to warranty. I'm big on warranties, you know what I mean? So, but this dude had the ones that you could just pick up, the real easy electric ones, the push button start ones you can just pick up and, move to wherever you want. Yo, I might get me one of those, man. And he was selling them for $300 each. And I was thinking, I'm gonna go and look them up, see how much they cost. I can probably get one for $3. I should have bought it. Those things are like $500 and they're smaller. They're a lot smaller than what I have. So yeah, I should have got it. Shoot, while I'm in this truck, I might go down and I don't know how long you guys are gonna be online with me, but if you want, I'll go down and show you my Ryobi. I mean, if that's what you want to do. Let's take a trip. There's what, 5 of you on? That's enough for me. Y'all know I'll talk with one person. So let's go down to my warehouse or my storage unit and let's go to my storage unit. We'll fire up my Ryobi. This ain't gonna be perfect, but slow, brother. Slow. It's been good. Turn off this loop. Stay good. Turn that off. Alright. Y'all there? Alright, so this is the area that I would ride around when I wanted to hustle. You see how this is? See how these apartments are? So people would leave, the maintenance will come by and leave like refrigerators and stoves and put them over there and just have them out. I check the garbage all the time. So what I used, you know, during when it's warmer, I would just come out and I would just walk down the street and see where those garbage cans are. When I see something I like, I just go over there and check it out. And if I think it'll sell on Facebook or on Craigslist, anywhere, I would, you know, take it, clean it up, and post it. Oh, okay, everybody left. Well, there's one person here. But y'all know I'll talk to one person, so. But I would take it and post it. And, yeah. You don't have to get out the way, brother. Appreciate it. Just walking like there ain't a vehicle right here. So yeah, all this apartment complex. That's what I would do. Go around, look for refrigerators. I just found one last week. I had a refrigerator on the back of here, and rode past and saw that one just laying there. I'm like, yo, I gotta go get that one. So I parked it, jumped into blue, my Tahoe, went, picked that refrigerator up, put it in the blue, boom, came back, handled my business with this one. It's still in there, I take them and I sell them for like $150. And people buy them. People buy them. You know what I'm saying? So it's a free $150. That'll feed you for a minute. Now you gotta get your hustle on. Gotta get your hustle on. So I'll show you guys my generator. I'm driving down to it now. Then I'm gonna go up into Walmart. And if you guys are still on, we'll go into Walmart and look at some. I gotta go up in a Walmart anyway. I gotta get some water and garbage bags. But yeah, get a generator, man. Now, when I first went to look for generators, I went into Lowe's. They had a generator that I wanted. It was for like $540, but it took them too long to get somebody to get the item for me. They left me standing, and I just walked out. I was like, shoot, I'm gonna go to Home Depot. I bet they'll get to me as soon as I walked in there. It's like, yo, I need help with this. It was like, all right, what you got? Yeah, so I'm not gonna. If I'm about to spend, good hard-earned money, I want some service now. Feel me? Now, also, I come down in this area here, not far from me, because the complexes are just like mine. So I would come down in here and I'd look for refrigerators too. And the thing about it is, once you start flipping appliances, the people who you're either buying them from or selling them to, they would also give you more knowledge on appliances. Like one lady I bought a refrigerator from, she was like, yeah, I'm looking for this. You know what I'm saying? So when I found it, I texted her, she didn't buy it, but still is always a potential customer. A lot of people say, hey, if you find this, let me know. Like the last fridge I sold, lady was like, I'm also looking for a dryer. You find one, let me know. One guy came and he bought my washer, dryer, and he bought a fridge from me all the same day. Feel me? And that washer and dryer I bought off of some people who were moving, who lived in my apartment complex. And bust this, I'm standing outside talking. They came around to my apartment and was like, aren't you the person that sells appliances? And I'm like, yeah. They was like, we got some appliances over here we want to sell to you because we don't want to move them. So they sold me a washer and dryer. And, I marked up the price reasonably. I didn't hike it up crazy. I always do it according to the market. But I had it at a reasonable price, and finally somebody came and bought it. So, I made it easy $100. Easy $100. So let's go in here. Fire up my Jenny. So yeah, I made a easy $100. I had to wait a while to do it, but I was, making, able to make money in other little places, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we're down at the storage unit. I used to do most of this off my back porch, but they was like, nah, you can't sell refrigerators off your back porch. I was like, all right. So he's like, you need to get a storage unit. So I had a storage unit and I only had 3 fridges in it. I could only fit like 2 or 3 fridges in it. Then I would have like 3 fridges sitting in my living room. I got 2 of them in there now. Hold on a second. And I would have about 4 or 5 of them on my back porch. They was like, nah, you can't do this. I was like, dang, how you gonna do me like that? I said, all right. So it changed the game on your boy. I had to get a bigger storage unit. Now I rock out of a 20 by 20, and I still got refrigerators at the house. Rock out of a 20 by 20. Let them have it. Yeah. Yes, son. Yes, son. And this is rotten Ryobi. So running 3,000 or 3,400, starting 4,000. So all of these are 120s. So I can run a bunch of them at one time. I just got this fridge right here. I just bought this bad boy. Nice. I ain't too happy about that. Oh, see what the water did? It broke that filter. But these don't matter. You can get it. But damn, I gotta fix that now. Because that water is expanding. Oh, shoot. Oh, that's not cool. Damn. That water's expanding in there. See that? Cracked it right open. It is freezing out here. So yeah, it's a nice little, I just got it. All right, I'm gonna fire this up for y'all. All right, but let me show y'all some features on it. All right, so see, here's your 120. Here's your 120 right here. Boom, these are all 120s. And this is for your, this is a 120, but this is for your RV. You know what I'm saying? It's got 4 joints each. But this is for your RV. But I wanted the one that you plug the stove into, so they have those too. This is usually on wheels, but I ain't put the wheels on. Just being lazy. Yeah, start him up. It's a pull start, not a push button. So you basically gotta have it here for start. Put this back, actually back just a little bit like this. She might be too cold. That's not good. That's why I came down here too. And there it is. Gas in. I gotta need more gas in. That's alright, well, I'll need some soon. Ethanol, E10. kicks out some heat right here. That's some heat right there. Let's go into some big old engine. Yeah, let me show y'all, man. Get yourself one of these joints that you can plug in. I can plug in 4 things right now. I can plug in 4 refrigerators, and all of them are haul ass. Like I said, they're all 120. Everything in your house is 120 except for your stove. All right? You would need an adapter for that. Your stove is 240, but you could just, I mean, if your power was off and you had one of these, you could use a hot plate to eat, but your refrigerator needs to keep going, you know what I'm saying? So you can use a hot plate, cook on a hot plate. Don't worry about the stove. Hot plate is 120. And you don't need one as big as this. But 3,400, you know what I'm saying? 3,400 watts while it's running. I'm gonna turn the refrigerator on for you so you can hear how it kicks in and starts delivering energy. I'm gonna turn this big one on, or whatever one I can get to. I can get to one of these cords. I'll take it. Turn this one on. This old refrigerator. Alright, now when I plug this in, you're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it idle down and idle back up. So you heard that? Heard it kick in? Good thing about it is, it doesn't do that if I plugged another fridge in. It's like, oh, okay, I need to provide energy. Now sometimes you gotta wait about 30 seconds to do that before it starts kicking out enough heat or enough electricity to run a 120. But when it does, there's your power. Refrigerator is fully functional. It's on and kicking. Fully functional, 100%. Only thing you don't have is, you don't have an ice maker. But this is an older fridge. An old KitchenAid. But it's on. Try and get this mold out of here, because mold will kill your refrigerator. Even the mold is frozen. Even the mold is like, damn, it's cold. So it's fully functional. Everything. Cool. I can plug in one of these other ones. plug in this big old white one right here. Big old boy right here. So it's plugged in, right? So you hear how it didn't have to idle down again. Only does that once. And then boom, that little kick in. Boom, got power. Power. Fully functional. Cold already kicking out of it. Ready to go. 100% operational. Set for the water. Already got cold air kicking out of it. All the lights are on. Get yourself a generator. Know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people's food is going to go bad. Get one of these, you put it in your basement. Make sure the exhaust is going outside through the dryer. So you just hook the dryer up to the back of that, the metal part. Make sure it's metal because that gets hot. So you just hook the metal part up to the back of it. The dryer kicks all the exhaust out. Boom. Run your extension cords from the basement or your garage if you have a garage. Run from the basement or the garage. For me, it's the basement. Just run all the wires up the stairs or through the door, however it goes for you. Have yourself some extension cords. Boom. You got your food, you got your heat. That's going to last for 8 hours. That's going to kick for 8 hours before you have to fill it up again. And if you fill it up, if you fill this up, and your power comes back on and you turn it off, make sure that you properly prepare it for storage. So if the power comes back on and you know, it gets warm outside or whatever, and you're like, okay, I should be good. You know, we're good. It's been months. We're good. And you want to store it. Don't leave all the gas in it. You have to take the gas out of it and the oil. Because gas is constantly changing and it will corrode your parts of the motor. It will. So you have to empty out all the oil and you have to empty out all the gas if you're just going to keep it stored. But if you're going to run it every now and then like I do, you should be good. But I never fill the gas all the way up. Never, ever, ever do. So here's my gas can. Don't have much in it, but I will soon. So yeah. It's easy. Combination. It's warm too. Yeah, that heat, make sure that heat ain't close to nothing. It'll melt the paint right off the metal. It gets hot. Yeah, so get yourself one of these. 400 and I think $60 plus tax from Home Depot. Of course, they got all type of sizes in there, but they But Home Depot, but they didn't have the, so they had the big ones, right? They had the ones that were up to $5,000. But what they didn't have was the solar, they didn't have solar panel generators. So, if you guys want to get fancy schmancy and get a solar power, you're gonna have to buy that online. I'm not interested in that. Lock my door up. So yeah, you have to get it online if you're gonna get a solar powered. Well, I am interested, but I'm not in the market for a $3,000. That's what I'm saying. I'm not. My money ain't long like that. Where that's about what it's gonna cost you. But when I buy something, I'm using it right away. And when I bought this truck, people thought I was just gonna keep it pretty and not work in it. First thing I did was throw a refrigerator on the back of it. Nah, this thing gotta work, man. You gotta pay for yourself. You know, you're not gonna sit around costing me money. Your insurance goes up, your gas goes up, everything goes up. I don't do none of that. You're not gonna sit around costing me money. You're gonna make money. All right, so we're gonna hit Walmart now, right? And let's look around at Walmart. See, do I got a mask? Yeah, I got a mask. I'm gonna go to Walmart, but what we should go is to Lowe's. Because Walmart ain't gonna have what we want. All right, let's go to Lowe's. Lowe's got garbage bags and water. They do. They ain't got no munchins and crunchins though, but alright, so that was fun. Have fun? Alright, so let's hit Lowe's. See if I said anything. Nope, nobody's saying anything. Alright. So, yeah, see, my man was riding a bike. Get yourself a bike, man. Nothing wrong with having a nice little pedal bike. Get on that joint, save you a lot of time, and they're cheap and easy to maintain. You know what I'm saying? Tires don't cost a lot. Get yourself a bike. I don't think Walmart sells generators. Does Walmart sell generators? Do. They have an automotive section, but I don't think I've ever seen them rocking a generator joint. Yeah. So yeah, and it takes it. I mean, 8 hours is a long time. You know what I'm saying? That'll at least run all night. So. You know, if you have one of those, you can run it all night, plug in about 3 things, got some heat and the fridge going. You know, and you get up in the morning, top it off again. If you got the gas, top it off. Boom. Y'all ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I ain't telling you not to go nowhere. Boom. You should have, a couple gallons sitting downstairs. Store it safely, or sitting outside in the shed, locked up and stored safely. If you got that, then head out to the shed, grab some gas, come down, fill her up, boom. You got another 8 hours of power. She's still running hot, doing her thing. As long as you treat it right, it treats you right. Just make sure when you turn it off, and you decide to store it for the next couple months, you empty out all the fluids. That way it isn't corroding any of your parts. Because if you don't do that, you're going to have to change your, what's the first thing that goes? The gas, I can see it, but I don't know what it's called. Not the thermostat, it's on the car too. It's the same thing on the car. Damn, I forgot what it's called. But when you take that part off, you'll see corrosion all up under it. That's from getting away at it. Because gas changes. It never stays the same. It's constantly changing. So. It'll eat away at it and it'll rust it, and then you won't be able to start it. And you'll know you need that part, because when you try to start it, you'll be yanking that damn thing back, the cord. You'll be and it won't start. Well, that's because you need, some of your parts are corroded, so you need to take them apart and clean it out really, 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 really good. And then try it again. Hopefully you ain't ruined it. And then try again. It'll start right up, because you ain't getting no gas into it. You ain't get no gas into it. Wonder how my brother's doing. They both live down there in Texas. I ain't heard from them, so I'm assuming that they're okay. My older brother and my younger brother. My younger brother I don't talk to, but my older brother I do. Help, they'll tell me. My older brother, I'll help him in a minute. My young brother, no. No. I don't deal with irresponsibility. We too old for that. Tell him that, you save your money. Save your money, you're gonna need it. He took his money, went out and blew it, and turned around and started asking me for money. I'm like, no. That's not how this is gonna work. I told you to save your money. I knew you was gonna need it. Irresponsible. I don't do irresponsible. You're not just gonna use me for backup after you blew all your cash. All of it. Just blew it all. $5 grand. $5 grand, just blew it. And then had the nerve to tell me it's only $5 grand. I was hot. I was like, it's only $5 grand. As if he always had $5 grand. Next thing you know, he started calling me, asking me for money. I then got mad when I didn't want to give it to him. Him and my sister. I told them both. I told my sister, I said, listen, you and him make terrible financial decisions. Then y'all call me for money. And I said, I be telling y'all, giving y'all good advice what to do, but since y'all grown, y'all feel like y'all don't have to listen to me, you know? So I said, if you're not gonna listen to me, then don't ask me for money. I cut that right off. I was like, don't ask me for it. You had money, you blew it, and you didn't give a damn. And you wanna come and ask me for money? No, I told you don't do it. Now you need money. No, I'm good. I don't do that. And then they talking about I don't treat them right. Ain't that something? All right, here we go. That's a generator, ain't it? Yeah. That's a generator, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on YouTube right now talking to my people about them.
Oh
I
yeah.
was telling them about this. See, I told you it's $5,000.
This material's only get it installed. They range from anywhere from 75 to $9 grand
Installed.
total. You know,
Yeah.
plus your generator.
Damn, it costs another 4Gs to install it.
Well, it's
So-
all depending on the size.
Oh, this gets bigger?
Well, this is the 22 watts, so this is the biggest.
Right.
Okay, so if you want something smaller, or if you don't want everything in your house to be
right.
on it, then you won't be. So that's why I gave you that 7
Right.
to $9 grand range. So you may have some that's like $4 grand versus $5 grand for the price of generator.
Okay, so what's the warranty on this? 1 year? 2 year?
Oh no, that's like a 25, 30-year warranty.
30-year warranty?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And what we do is I send out my electrician.
Right.
You come out and take a look at your electric panel.
Right.
Look at your gas meter. Check out the size. Figure out what all you want on it as far as on the generator.
Refrigerator, stove,
and then we
regular
give you a
lights.
price.
Okay. So you guys got that?
Yeah. You want me to take care of it for you? I can.
No. I bought a Ryobi,
Okay.
and when I was down here, I saw this. And some of these people I'm talking to are from Texas, and Texas is catching it right now.
Yeah.
All their power's out. So I have a generator. I'm good. I live in an apartment. So
Okay, I'm with you.
this is for a house, isn't it?
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, it's for a house. But yeah, thank you for your information,
Oh,
brother.
my pleasure, brother.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime, man.
All right, so let's go look at the smaller ones. So I told y'all it's $5,000, and then for it to be set up, well, that's the biggest one. Now for to set it up, it costs another, up to 4Gs to set it up. As if you don't know how to do it yourself, and most people don't. All right, and I'm imagining that Home Depot's is going to be either comparable or a little bit more. Okay, they're working in this area. Oh man, they might be working in the area I need to be in. So tempted to get me a power washer. Just to go around and start power washing people's, get me one of these. They don't cost much, $150. Roll up at the people's houses with this one too. This the handheld. This the roller joint. You make that money back on the first trip. 150 bucks, you'll make that back on the first trip. The first house you'll do, you'll make that back plus. Oh, they closed it off. Let me see if the Jennies are in here. Nope. They got nah. Alright, we might be in luck. All I can say is I think they got it closed off. No way to control it. It's totally automatic. You're around. I want you to go there. Automatic. Systems are down, 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 down. Automatic. Damn. Hey, are your generators in this row right here? Yeah. Are they in this? Well, I wanted to look at. Oh, y'all don't even carry Ryobi. All right, I'm just gonna look at. What's cracking, man?
You have any questions?
Give me a second. Which one is the one you? Okay, so y'all don't carry any solar.
No.
Which one is the one that's push button? That's push button, right? Is this pull? Oh, that's the pull too, ain't it?
Most of these are push button.
Oh, this is.
Bigger ones, they have batteries.
That's this push button. Now that's a pull. I got one of those. My Ryobi is just like this one. So this Craftsman is $649. I think this one is oh, that's like a, oh, right there.
I've also got this one at $850.
What is it?
Okay. That has the button, so that's going to be key start.
Does it have the 240 for the stove? Well, no, some of them are AC. They look like the stove, but they're not. They're for the actually RVs. So it'll.
240 twist lock.
Okay, that's
240.
okay. Yeah, 125, 240. Yeah, that's it right there. How much is that one?
$849. So last one of those.
Yeah. All right, man. Yeah. See, I thought I could. Thank you. Get out y'all way. All right, so here's a twist lock on here. Yeah, right there. That's what I wanted. I didn't get on my other one. All right, you guys, thank you. Huh? Yeah, you too, sir. Yeah, okay, so the twist lock, I didn't get on my Ryobi, and that's what I wanted. But I would have had to pay $200 more to get it. So there you have it. That's the long and the short of it, you guys. They do not have the solars in here. But if you're gonna start looking at one and you got to sell $500-600, go ahead and invest in one. All right. Thanks for watching. You guys take it easy. I'm out.